Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
Compare and contrast the pre-GST and the post-GST tax regime in India. How has the GST simplified the indirect tax structure and promoted the concept of one nation, one tax? So, first is about, the question is simply about the GST. And also, the first part of the question is compare and contrast. And also, it is asking about how has the GST simplified the indirect tax structure. Okay, simplification. So these are the things was asked in this question. It is one of the simplest question if you know what is GST. Okay, so first is the intro can be like 101 constitutional amendment gave the way for the GST. You can say like that, or else you can say that by the effect of the government, that is the creation of the unified market in the name of the one nation, one tax. By the way of by the passing the act called as GST Act. So you can say that, or else you can say about the 1 lakh crore achievement of the GST. So that is also you can say, or else it is a change of the indirect tax structure. There is a huge economic reform in India after the 1991. In that also you can say, because it is simply about the GST. So you have the n number of possible intro for this. Okay, next, compare and contrast. So first thing is simplification of the tax structure. Before GST, after GST. So before that is called as octroi tax, customs duty, okay, entertainment tax, state VAT, central VAT. Okay, so like this there are n number of taxes. All these things are clubbed into the simple thing called as GST. Okay, so this is the first thing was happened by the GST. Next, overcome the issue of the tax on tax or the cascading effect. Simply see. So there is the producer. This is the first producer. He is buying the raw material, okay, for 50 rupees and doing the value addition for 50 rupees. So value addition means nothing but land, labor, capital, and then the entrepreneurship. Okay. So by the way, he is producing the goods that worth of the rate of 50 plus 50 is 100 rupees. By the way, the tax percentage is 10% means it's 10. So the product rate is 110 rupees. Now this thing is buy by the producer too. He is doing certain value addition on this goods as 50 rupees. Okay, so 110 plus 50 plus the 10% tax, which means 160. The 10% on 160 is 16 rupees. So that lead to the price of 160, 176. Okay, so 176 rupee. So these are the things that happened in the pre-GST. Okay, so see there, this 10 rupees is tax. Okay, you put the tax on this tax. Okay, so here also you are putting 10% tax on that 10% of the tax. So this is called as cascading effect or tax on tax. Okay, but after GST, what happened is, same producer 1, raw material for 50, value addition for 50. So here 50 plus 50 and the tax is 10%. The tax is 10% is only on the value addition, not on the product that are bought by the producer. So the value addition is 50%. So here the tax percentage 10% means it's 5 rupees. So 5. So here 105. There it was 110. Here it is 105. So this is the thing happened first. Next, producer 2 is buying it and he is doing a value addition of 50 rupees. Now 105 plus 50 plus again it's a 5 rupees only, because value addition is for 50 rupees. In that the value addition tax is only 5 rupees. So then 105, 155, it's 160. So in pre-GST it is 176. In post-GST it is 160. So what it actually happened is, after the introduction of the GST, it overcome the issue of the tax on tax cascading effect. By the way, it overcome the issue of this, and also the prices of the products got reduced. Okay, so that is also the important thing. Next, in earlier it is a non-uniform market. Okay, Tamil Nadu have certain tax structure, Maharashtra have different tax structure, UP have the different tax structures, because entertainment taxes vary based on the states. It is under the state list. After this GST, it created a uniform market. So the investors can invest wherever he want. Okay. Next, source based taxation in earlier method, now it is destination based tax, which means, consider that I am a producer, I am producing a goods in Tamil Nadu, okay, and I am selling it to the consumer who was in, consider that he is in Maharashtra. Okay, earlier the consumer need to pay the tax. Okay, the tax is going into the state revenue of Tamil Nadu. Okay, but after GST it is going to the state of Maharashtra. So that is called as destination based tax, which means it is a win-win situation. The consumer state will get certain revenue. By the revenue they can create an infrastructure. By the way, they can pull the investors or companies into their state, and they also become the producer. So it created the unified market, and also it overcome the major issues. So that is called as destination based tax. And then earlier there is no thing called as input tax credit. Now it is, there is a input tax credit, which means you are buying a product, okay, to manufacture certain things. If there is a tax on that product, means you need to pay that. Okay, and also after you producing the goods, you are going to sell it in the market. On that also you need to pay a tax. So in that scenario, you will get the input tax credit. You buy certain goods, okay, you pay the tax on that, you can get a credit of it. Okay, so these are the things happened after the GST. So in this answer itself, you are trying to convey that it is simplified the indirect tax structure and promoted the concept of one nation and one tax. Okay, so these are the certain major points, and you can still add about the e-way bills. Okay, so you can add about that e-way bill also. It is also one of the important things. So this is the way of structuring the answer. Okay, so and also we talk about what is GST also here. So it will be more useful for you to know what is GST and how it is running. Okay, thank you.